Hi, Zerafina Zara here, and today we will be talking about songwriting starts, creativity and kindness, and feeding the source. So you've got something to draw from your creativity. It's Christmas, it's just post-Christmas, New Year's, and I've been doing productive things like lying on the couch researching activity trackers and eating panettone and drinking coffee. I've made some starts just on some song ideas for how it feels. I'll play a little bit. So I've got two sections. So this song start is just because it makes me feel good, and I like to write something. I like to write something comforting and nourishing out of that, and it's a goal setting time of year, so I've been reflecting on this process that I've done so far with the video and discovered that unless I schedule it in, my songwriting does not happen. It ends up after all the other things that need to be done. So part of my process is to actually schedule in my songwriting time and keep working at it. So something like that, it's just lying on the couch. So I'm house sitting at the moment, so it's a borrowed guitar. It's a really nice one. We have some technical limitations in that it's missing a string and I don't have any strings with me. Just thinking about creativity and kindness is that just pushing yourself. I know sometimes it's really great to make appointments. I find that I need some form of structure, but also sometimes you just don't have a lot to give. There's things that happen in your life and they're too big or too difficult to write about, and you need a little bit of space. I had a friend who died just out of nowhere. She was 27 and was actually away on holidays and just had a chest infection. I think she had a cyst on her lung that burst. And I thought, well, I'm a songwriter, so I'll definitely write about this soon. And I think it was a good 5 years before I could write about it. It came up in a song, Drowning in Sunlight, where I wrote about her and a lot about when things are really difficult. Sometimes things seem really beautiful, but it took me 5 years before I could write about that. So I just wanted to reflect a little bit on a couple of those things, on setting goals, on knowing who you are and why you write. And I write definitely to, my end result is to feel more connected. I know that there are times when I've heard songs and I've felt like I'm very alone in an experience, and I really want to write songs that connect with people and make people feel that they're connected through happiness or through sadness or through being comforted, and they're definitely things I'm reflecting on in terms of what's my why, what's my why, why do I write songs, so that I can be reminded of that when I'm feeling unmotivated, or those gremlins, oh my gosh, the fear gremlins of perfectionism coming in saying you're not good enough, or somebody else is a better songwriter, so why would you bother writing songs? And that comes back to feeding the source too. Feeding the source is about making sure you've got enough fuel in your tanks to write with. Sometimes if you're exhausted or if there's too much going on, then you're a bit stuck for creativity, or if you've just been doing lots of mundane things too, if you're not kind of experiencing things, it's hard to write as well. And I'm trying to make sure that this year I'm feeding the source, so that I'm making sure my fuel tanks, my creative fuel tanks have enough gas in them, they've got enough fuel in them for me to get to where I want to go songwriting. Hopefully I will have developed this song, or I'll have something else to talk about in terms of songwriting next week. Thanks for tuning in again. Loving having your comments and thoughts, and I'd love to hear what your songwriting goals are for the year, how you feed the source of your songwriting, and how you're kind to yourself in the process of songwriting. I'll see you next week.
We'll be